bit greasy. So we're back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about gym bags. Backpack. I have actually just filmed this for about 10 minutes and I didn't even have my mic on, so now I'm restarting again. Gym bags. I've already spoken about the gym logs and done a video about that. If you haven't seen that, I'll put that up there somewhere. Basically explaining how it's not 100% necessary, but it depends on which day you're doing in the gym. Okay, so let's say for leg day, you're going to be wanting to take, not necessarily in your gym bag, but a belt, a weights belt. A good old school leather weights belt is what I prefer. Yeah, buddy! I used to get told when I was a kid, when I was starting training with my dad, that I should wear a weights belt for most movements. Even when I was doing a bench press, he would urge me to wear a weights belt to keep my core tight to enable me to be able to bench press better, which is good advice to some extent. But I don't always use my weights belt, I'll be honest. Only if I'm doing sort of heavy squats, but if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have some sort of back injury. I'm not going to go into deep, but I can't really do conventional squats very heavy anymore. But if I do go above 100 maybe, which is still quite light, I'll then put a belt on. Along with them, this is a quite new thing that I've got in my gym bag over the last year, knee sleeves. So I had a niggle in my left knee about a year ago, just minor little thing, and I thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to give these a go because I've seen loads of people wearing them, blah, 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 preaching about him. And to be honest, when I go in and if I'm wearing my belt, which I would have anyway, and then I put my knee sleeves on, it gives me like a huge placebo effect to be like, yeah, as I'm building up the weight, I won't wear them from the start. I'll put sort of I'll put them on as the weight is starting to build up, and it'll kind of bring this placebo effect that I'm wearing the belt, that's securing me. I've got the knee sleeves on. That's so much more power. I can drive more, and it just helps.
Party starts, goddammit.
And it did help with the knee niggle. Obviously, there is some sort of degree of spring effect to which, if you've got it on your leg, they're naturally going to be wanting to sit how they sit like that. So as you come down with the weight, they're going to want to spring up into that position again. But again, that's very, very minor, to be honest with you. So yeah, that'll be for the additions for leg day. They won't be in my bag religiously. If you see me, I normally take a tiny little rucksack. Anything that you might need, I got inside for. And I just amend it from whichever day. Okay, so going on to the next thing, which is Airpods, headphones, whatever you want to do. If you're a lone wolf and you're in the gym, you need that motivation, you need that favorite tune on to get you in the zone, which I often do, then these are the key. If you are in a commercial gym and it's not really your sort of environment, you prefer the sort of bodybuilding environment, and that gets you in the zone to be able to push yourself hard, but you're in a commercial gym due to whatever factors, money, whatever, and you need that motivation, it's nothing worse than going for a leg day in a pure gym sort of around midday on a Wednesday and you realise you haven't packed your AirPods. That is horrible. No! Next, this chalk. Playing the game, and it was like that desert island game where you can only pick one item to bring with you to a desert island or whatever. And we was playing it. You can only bring one item out of your gym. It would probably be the liquid chalk, to be honest. I've done it for 4 years now, and huge placebo effect because I use it when you probably don't necessarily need to use it. The dumbbell chest press, incline dumbbell chest press, I'll probably use liquid chalk. Not necessary as such because you're pressing it and you don't really need that grip that you would do on a back day when it's more pertinent. I'll go into that in a minute. But it gives me that huge placebo effect that, yeah, I've got that grip and I'm locked in and I can drive with my chest. I can think about my chest instead of my grip and worry about that slipping. Especially if you're going to maybe a sort of pure gym environment and I've picked up dumbbells before and it's a bit slippery, a bit greasy. So that will eliminate all of that. And also, next Vigorate bottle being reused. And I'll make a video in a couple of weeks' time when I need to do it again, but I actually make my own liquid chalk. So yeah, going hand in hand with the liquid chalk, as I said, when is it best to use the liquid chalk, or when you're going to get the most benefit, is going to be back day. When you're doing pulling motions and that grip is going and your thumbs are going, that is going to be the most potent thing. If you do a set of pull-ups without liquid chalk, say sort of mid-session, you've got a bit of sweaty hands, whatever, your forearms are going to be burning out like mad. You bang on the liquid chalk, you can get 100 pull-ups out, easy, no dramas. It's going hand in hand with that is straps. Fairly new addition, sort of the same, around the same time as me succumbing to the knee sleeves. The straps, I was always under the impression that I'd never wanted to use straps. The liquid chalk was sort of my limit, and straps would then limit me from getting that forearm growth, which I want to be able to come up at the same time as everything else for my back and whatnot. But now I've come to the realization that it doesn't matter how much you try, your back's always going to be stronger than what your forearm is, and you probably would benefit from using straps on your heavy sets. I repeat, on your heavy sets on the back, because I don't want to use them for every single thing, because then it will diminish my forearm strength and it will never have to rely on, that actual grip strength. But if you are struggling, if you're someone who's struggling to get that engagement in your back and the contraction, and you can feel it in the certain places in which you're meant to be feeling it, instead of driving with your bicep and stuff like that, then using straps will help massively. One that helps me get the feel in my lats is doing the cable row with the straps and driving with my elbow in, and imagining that I'm pulling with my elbow almost and not with my hand, and really creating that squeeze helps me get that mind to muscle way better than if I didn't. So straps are pretty pertinent for back day. Not as much as the chalk, but they're a close second. So this one is again from my personal bag, but it doesn't actually necessarily relate to everybody. Again, it's kind of personal opinion. And so this is my straps, my wrist straps. Got odd wrist straps, don't ask me why. It's just another variation. But I wouldn't actually always smash the wrist straps on. It's just because I don't have that great of wrists. Again, it's always from pre-existing injuries and things that you've done in the past. But I've basically, a while ago, I ended up tearing a little ligament or something in here that connects these two wrist bones together. So I get some pain in my right wrist. Whenever I've got that starting to come on, I'll try and lighten the weight because I don't want to worsen it, and just bang on some wrist straps to really secure that in. That helps me. And then, of course, obviously, a little bit of Vigorate just for after the gym, keep them fresh, shower straight away, spot limitation.
Yeah, boy.
The only other thing that I have ran out of, which I would show you, is smelling salt. So I have done that for a number of years. Just, it's not religious. I won't use it every single day. It's just once in a blue moon. If I'm trying to go for a heavy set or something, I'm just really not feeling it. Or if I'm going for maybe a PR, which again is super rare. If you know me and spoken to me, you would know that I don't ever go for a 1 rep max on any of my lifts. The risk to reward is just not worth it. And that's not really going to help me grow that muscle.
God damn it.
It's not a hypertrophy at all. So yeah, that's my super basic, super simple, easy. And do you actually need any of them? No. You don't need any chalk. You don't need any headphones. You don't need any of this. You can train and you can grow and you can get results from not using any of that. These are just things that can aid in upping that. If you're hitting a point where you literally, your forearms are burning out and you know that your back's not feeling as worn out as your forearms are, then yeah, chalk's going to help. Or if you're really struggling to stay in the zone and you haven't had pre-workout and you're not training with somebody else, then bang some music on. But you don't need any of this stuff at all. But I hope you enjoyed this video, just seeing what was in my gym bag and what I actually recommend. But until next time, let's make some gains. Boom.